Welcome, I'm Kamura Tetsu and you're watching a Tekken 7 Tips Guide tutorial video where I will be covering the Rage system. Now many things become active and available when you enter a Rage state, like Rage Arts, Rage Drives, increased damage output for all moves, and special character activations. And all of these become available when you enter this Rage state. So let's get started. With Rage Mode. Rage Mode cannot be activated manually. It is instead triggered whenever your character's health drops to or below 25% health. When in Rage Mode, your health bar will have a red pulsing glow while your character develops a red pulsing outline around their body. They'll also have flames covering their body. Now, don't get this confused with the cosmetic auras that you can equip your characters with. Just remember, 25% health or less will activate your Rage Mode. A very distinctive sound will also play when you enter this Rage Mode. Now here you can see that Lars is using a aura that looks like Rage, but it is not because you cannot see the outline around the character. And of course, you know, the big sign is, again, the health needs to be at 25% or less. So once Rage Mode is active, it will remain active until you either use your Rage Art, your Rage Drive, or if you're KO'd. This might be obvious, but as a side note, if you are KO'd while you are in Rage Mode, you will not start the next round in Rage Mode. You will get it once more when your health drops to or below 25%. Now before we move on, I want you to be aware that when you are in Rage Mode, all of your character's moves will be buffed, aka do more damage. To prove this, I went to offline versus to test this out. So here I'm going to do a simple Dragunov combo while not in Rage Mode. Now I do the exact same combo, but this time in Rage Mode with my health around 25%. And once more, but this time my health will be very low. I then took a picture and put all three of these side by side to see if there's any damage differences. As you can see, there is. Looking at the bottom health bars, you have the non-Rage Dragunov attack. The middle shows Dragunov in Rage Mode at around 25%, which deals a bit more damage than without Rage. And then the very top, which deals what seems to be 1% or maybe 2% more damage than the 25% Rage Mode. So I came to the conclusion that having less health, like around 1 to 2%, very dangerous low health, will not give you a bigger damage boost as you might expect, or what I expected. Nonetheless, I thought this was interesting and wanted to share this info with you all. So to top it all off, being in Rage Mode does in fact increase your damage output of all your character's attacks. So it's good to know. So let's talk Rage Arts. Rage Arts are super moves that every character in Tekken 7 has available when in Rage Mode. Using your Rage Art will take away your Rage Mode once your Rage Art finishes. But I'm sure you all knew that already. So I want to show you instead is that having less health will in fact buff your Rage Art damage, aka do more damage. At 25% health, your Rage Art will roughly do around 33% damage. The less health you have, the more damage it will do. So let's land a Rage Art with very low health to see what happens. Now your Rage Art does about 47% damage, give or take. Ouch! You can of course combine your Rage Art at the end of a combo. However, please be aware that the Rage Art will do less damage, about 20% to 15% damage I believe, plus however much your combo did. Before we move on, I want you to also know that a Rage Art is completely armored, meaning that any high, mid, low, and even grabs will not interrupt your Rage Art. You do however still take damage from those attacks, so be careful. Now on to Rage Drives. Like Rage Arts, every single character has a Rage Drive except Akuma and Elisa. Well, unlike Rage Arts that can be assigned to a single button, Rage Drives have to be manually inputted, so be sure to learn the commands for it. Every character has a unique rage drive command, so be aware of that. Using a rage drive will in fact take away your rage mode once used. The attack comes out extremely fast compared to rage arts, and will highlight your character blue for a brief moment. If your opponent is not blocking and your rage drive hits, it will launch them up into the air, where you can then do your most damaging combo. Rage drives alone do very little damage compared to rage arts. You will have to maximize your damage with the combo, so I would recommend you not do rage drives until you're more familiar with your character. An optimized rage drive with a big combo will do more damage compared to a raw rage art most of the time. So using rage drives do have an advantage. The downside is, rage drives only have one hit of armor, meaning if you get hit twice, your rage drive will be stopped. And to finish off this video, I want to let you know that there is one character in the whole roster that can actually use his rage mode to transform, and that is Kazuya Mishima. Once you transform into his devil form, it will use your rage mode, so just be aware of that. Obviously I'm on practice, so it does not, take the rage mode away, but in a real game, your rage would be gone. So again, be aware of that, and you can of course untransform if you want. But again, you will not have your rage mode. And that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about on the rage system. So in my own opinion, a rage drive with an optimized combo will in fact do more damage than a rage art. So I would recommend you do a rage drive eventually. But then again, it's completely situational. If you find yourself being pressured, a rage drive can sometimes be a better answer than a rage art, since the rage drive comes out a lot more quicker. However, if you're completely new to Tekken 7, I would recommend you just use rage arts. Rage arts are extremely good and they give you a lot of damage. Just be very careful when you use them, because you can get punished. When I mean punished, I mean that you will get hit if your opponent blocks your rage art. And the fact that you have less health means that if you throw a rage art out there and your opponent blocks it, you could very well lose the game. But that's part of the whole game. Use your losses as information so that you don't make the same mistakes twice. If you make the same mistakes twice, then just use that as more information so that you won't do it a third time. Eventually you will learn and you will become better at the game. So I hope that I was able to give you some sort of information, or at least an insight on how the rage system works. That's all I pretty much have to say again, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Kamuro Tetsu and you just watched a death count video, and like always, rock on.
Punishment? No escape. Let the darkness consume me.
Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh! Woo!
Death count activated.